And good morning at 7:04 on this Thursday, August 14th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Here we are on a Thursday morning and first day of the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair. But it's a Thursday, so that means we're going to be talking about Bates Ford this morning. And let me say good morning to Paul Tubbs, Dealer Operations Manager.
Good morning.
And good morning to Ronnie Kelly. Ronnie Kelly, Community Customer Relations and Sales for 38 years. Morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, what's going on? The fair, I know, and you're part of the fair and have been, and but we're still making a few sales and taking care of customers.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Got a lot of vehicles that we are trying to sell. We got some Ford Courtesy Transportation. I speak on them a lot. Those vehicles, I had a friend of mine come in looking for an F-150 for one of his employees yesterday, and we kind of looked up, and it was a 25 F-150, and it had 0% interest for 36 months, plus it had rebates, plus it had the Ford Courtesy Transportation funds. So, you take like a $57,000 truck, and it was around $50,000. So, brand new F-150 comes with the exact same warranty as a new truck. When you put them vehicles in that courtesy transportation program, when it comes out, they extend the warranty for 6 months or 6,000 miles. So you actually get the same warranty as it being brand new, but you also get the additional funds off for it being in that courtesy transportation program. So it's a really good deal.
Ronnie, I'm just sitting here thinking, he mentions F-150. How many F-150s have you sold in your career?
Well, I can't remember the number. I got them on my computer, though.
Really?
I sure do.
But it's in the thousands.
Yeah, it's in the thousands.
Yeah. Well, you always kind of do an amen to when we mention F-150 because you really like it and you like to sell it.
Yes, I like to sell the vehicle. And I like to drive the vehicle. And yesterday I was going through the lot, and I was on the golf cart, and I was looking at all the F-150s we have, and we have a selection of new vehicles of like 122.
Oh.
And it's great. And also I looked back and I looked at our certified vehicles. We have certified vehicles that we have an extended warranty on. So if you come by and pick up one of those certified vehicles, you got an extended warranty all the way through on that vehicle. So we do a great job on pre-owned vehicles.
Yeah, well, a lot of reasons to come to Bates Ford, no doubt. And I don't know if I know you like the F-150, Paul, but I don't know whether you can say you like it as much as Ronnie or not. Maybe if you'd sold as many as he had.
Well, he drive them.
Yeah, well, one thing, I've serviced more than he's sold, so I can count on that. But no, I do like the F-150. Just like tomorrow, I've got to drop my son. My son's going to be a freshman at University of Tennessee, and we're going to take him to school, but, we've got a F-150 with a tonneau cover where we can load all the stuff for his dorm room in the back, plus you've got the roomy area behind, the second row with the seating. It's actually really good. Like, even when I go on ball tournaments, we've got an Expedition, but we choose to take the F-150. You can put the hard tonneau cover over the bed, which secures all your belongings, and the tailgate actually locks when the doors lock, so nobody can get in the back, so everything's secure. So, just say you're going on a beach vacation, or you're going to a ball tournament, or you're going to take a kid to a dorm, you can actually put your stuff in the back of the truck, and everything's secure, plus you have the roominess in the second row where they got plenty of leg room.
Yeah, well, we can tell you're very familiar with them, too. What else we need to talk about this morning?
Well, our pickup and delivery, we've got a great deal going on with Shelly Billy. She's, done a great job with that pickup and delivery. We have a lot of people that calls and ask, hey, I had a friend of mine that's a judge here in town called last week, said, hey, I'm wanting to get some tires on my vehicle. We scheduled him out, went to the courthouse, got his vehicle while he was on stand doing his thing.
On the bench.
He was on the bench. Yeah, I was looking for the right word, on the bench. And, he was doing his job, but he didn't have to worry about taking his vehicle to Bates.
Right.
He didn't have to worry about it. So we actually mounted and balanced the tires, got everything ready, and he was still on the bench. And Shelly said he hadn't paid his bill. And I said, well, I'm pretty sure I know him really well, so I'm not real worried about that. Just go and get his car back to him. He'll call us and today or tomorrow, we'll get it all took care of. But one of the things about our pickup and delivery service is, you can do your job, you can work, and you don't have to worry about, taking time out of your schedule, as busy as people are nowadays. So we'll come get your car, we'll service it, she'll call you, get payment, however we handle it, and then we'll bring your vehicle back to you. So it's a really good deal.
Really is. We talk quite a bit about batteries, and I had to have one the other day. I was looking for the $199.95 special and found out my car had to have a little bit different one. Cost a little bit more than that, but still a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, when you drive an off-brand vehicle, it's
anything it's not a Ford is off-brand.
But no, on most Ford vehicles, they're $199.95. Some of the newer vehicles take what they call a gel battery. They're a little bit more expensive. Some of them's $250. I think your vehicle probably took a gel battery, which is it's a little bit more expensive battery. But Ford has the best deal on batteries. It's 3 years free replacement. As I always say, we do our oil change. Cheapest oil change in town. We do a synthetic blended oil change for $39.95. We do the works, which is an oil change and a tire rotation, for $59.95. And we always run brake specials. We'll put brakes, which includes pads, labor, for $199.95. And then we're looking forward to tires. Ford's got a deal going on tires where if you'll buy 3, you get 1 free coming up. So there's certain tire deals right now that's got rebates up to $200. Some of them's got $150, just depending on what the brand of the tire is. If you buy a set of tires at Bates Ford, you'll always get lifetime rotation.
Right. Okay, last word, Ronnie.
Okay. So we know this is Fair Week, so you come on down to Bates Ford. Remember, we the dealer that trade for anything that don't eat.
All right.
And the interstates will get crowded in the afternoon, so come on down to Bates Ford this week. We got some great deals.
All right, great. See y'all next week.
Thank you.
Paul Tubbs, Ronnie Kelly, Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road. Again, the dealer to trade for anything that don't eat. Well, this is the Thursday we feature the Lebanon Police Department and 2 gentlemen named Zach, 2 officers, public information officers named Zach Patton, Zach Green. They are both with us this morning. Zach Patton, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And Zach Green, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I guess the first thing we're going to lead off with is the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair.
That may be all we talk about. This is a really exciting time for Wilson County. It's a really exciting time for our state and our community as a whole. I mean, the fair just brings everyone together, and us at the police department, it's a really busy time, but it's a very exciting time as well.
Well, you have a special responsibility at the fair, and you have I think great cooperation with the sheriff's department, and each one of you have got your responsibility, and they go together, but you're really almost in separate places, because the police department is directing the traffic in and out, taking care of that, right?
Absolutely. And one big goal that a lot of people don't realize is we've got to make sure I-40, it doesn't get backed up as well. So we're trying to get people in as quick as possible, and we're excited to do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, going off what Zach said, we have a really good partnership with all of our first responder agencies that work the fair.
Yeah, and we for sure don't want to leave out WEMA, Civil Defense.
And Lebanon Fire
Department. We used to call it Civil Defense. The Wilson Emergency Management Agency.
Yeah, and the Lebanon Fire Department.
Yes.
The Lebanon Police Department handles everything essentially in the parking lot and on the roadways. As Zach said, we're working. We want you to get into the fair as quickly as possible. We don't want you to sit in traffic, even though some people may think that. We want you in there as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And then we have a good relationship with the sheriff's office. They kind of handle all the security inside the ticket gates. I'm sure if they ever needed us, or vice versa, we needed them, we work well enough we could help each other out if needed.
I don't understand.
Oh, somebody's after Zach Green here. Well,
Yeah.
They'll have to wait to the break. Anything new this year as far as security, as far as the police department?
Well, security-wise, everything is still the same. You got to remember that clear bag policy. If you want more information, you can go to the fair's website for that information. Metal detectors are still going to be into effect, so expect to go into a metal detector as you're going in. I know the fair does have package lockers or bag lockers at the gate, so for some reason you bring a bag to the gate and you can't get it in, I know you can check it there. Another big thing, as always, no drones. Please keep those drones at home. If we find you flying your drone over the fair, you will be issued a citation because it is a safety thing. As the many thousands of people, if that drone was to fall out of the sky and hurt someone, that's a bad deal. And remember, shuttle service. That is the quickest, easiest, most efficient way to get to the fair, especially for our community, so you don't have to deal with all this fair traffic. There's going to be 3 different pickup spots for the shuttle buses. You can get picked up at the county courthouse or First Baptist Church on East Main, or the Cumberland University football field over on Harding Drive. You're going to get a police escort and a school bus directly to the gate. I'm telling you, it takes minutes. It is the easiest way to get in and out of the fair.
Well, I understand they may be going a little bit farther than the gate this year to disembark. Is that? Or you heard about that?
I know there is a new gate way down Peyton Road that we've added. It is Gate 9. All the gates this year are numbered. So Gate 9 is the newest gate entrance into the fairground parking lot. It's going to take you way out Peyton Road. So if you see a nice country view on your way into the fair, that's the Wilson County view. So don't hate on it too much. It's a new gate, and I think it's going to really help traffic out a lot.
Well, I think one other thing I might mention quickly here before we go to a break, that the fair used to officially open at 5 o'clock. Now, that didn't mean if you got there a few minutes early, you couldn't get in. But I think the official time is 4 o'clock this year.
Weekdays is 4 o'clock now, so that is a new start time for our weekday times. I think Saturday's still 10 a.m. and Sunday's at noon, right. I believe. So.
Okay. Zach Patton, Zach Green, Lebanon Police Department. A break right here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator, plus 0% financing. It's going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Starting to build right now. 65 northbound up through Spring Hill with all that traffic flow, trying to get up through that section of Williamson County coming out of Murray County. It's building right now southbound, 65 at Trinity Lane. Expect extra traffic, of course, there in Wilson County with the fair going on, especially in the afternoons. A Princess Hot Chicken has karaoke tonight at the Tanger location. They're also on the scene there at the Wilson County Fair. Go by and see them at Princess Hot Chicken in that food truck. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
Hey, this is Paul with Bates Ford. Come visit our location at 1780 Franklin Road. We have over 300 vehicles to choose from, a state-of-the-art service department, free pickup and delivery. You can visit us on the web at www.tonybatesford.com or give us a call at 615-444-8221. That's Bates Ford, 1780 Franklin Road, the dealer that will trade for anything that don't eat.
Coleman Company, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday morning. We have Zach Patton, Zach Green, Lebanon Police Department, and we're mostly talking about the fair this morning. It starts today officially at 4 o'clock, and we're expecting, hopefully, 600,000 people again this year. And Randall Clements did point out one thing when he was here last Friday with us. He said, last year we had perfect weather, no rain. And about that many, I don't know the exact number, but he said to exceed that very much, we're going to really have to have some great weather again, and there is some rain in the forecast. So next week, I noticed. But anyway, what do you got to, of course, in addition?
Zach Green? While there may be some rain in the forecast, we definitely know it is going to be hot. So we're going to encourage everyone to drink lots of water. Drink water before you come. Drink water while you're there. Drink water on your way out. All right, it's going to be hot, and we don't need anyone falling out. We have great partners with the Wilson County Emergency Management Agency and the Lebanon Fire Department who will take care of you if need be, but we would prefer it not to come to that.
Well, of course. So that is one way to be on the side of caution.
Absolutely. Additionally, lock your doors. We were very fortunate last year to not have any any instances in the parking lot, but that can always change. So we're encouraging everyone to lock their doors, remember where they park, drop a pin on their map, hold it down, show you right where you parked. Those are going to be the easiest ways to keep you and your belongings safe.
Yeah. Well, that's some great ideas. Anything you want to add to that?
I mean, yeah, help us help you by, locking your doors and any valuables. Leave them at home if you can. If you have to bring them, secure them, put them in your trunk, get them out of plain sight. That makes you an easy target for someone wanting to do bad. We have officers out in the parking lot that are patrolling, and they do a really good job. But the parking lot is large, and it has only gotten larger this year. So, like I said, help us help you. We want you to have a safe, fun time, and we want you to be able to lock your cars and hide and secure your valuables so your car doesn't get broken into.
Well, is there much change in the traffic patterns? Anything we can explain here on the radio that's different?
Yeah, one thing, Gate 1, that's going to be that entrance right next to the Tennessee Agriculture Extension and the Tennessee Health Department. That's Gate 1 right there, and you can go to the fair's website to find exact gate numbers or to get a map of those gate numbers, but that is going to be drop-off in rideshare. So if you're dropping off a family member or you're riding with Uber or Lyft or something like that, you're going to want to go to Gate 1. That's 925 East Bedore Parkway. Mm-hmm. If you're coming from town, you're going to go into Gate 4, and there's plenty of message boards down Sparta Pike and Bedore. You'll see them. It'll help you get where you need to go. So if you're coming from town, you're going in Gate 4. If you're coming from the interstate, you're going to go down Peyton Road, and you're going to go in one of the Peyton Road gates.
I think most people who frequented the fair before are familiar with that. Now you'll have to adapt any changes that we've got, but that seems to work pretty well off the interstate, Peyton Road. Coming from the other way, the main gate, or what about Tennessee Boulevard?
You can still come down Tennessee Boulevard, and once you get to Sparta Pike, Bedore, you can turn right, and that'll kind of get you into the queue to get you into the gate. Now, the main expo gate is going to be shut down. There's not going to be any entrance into that main gate. You're going to go to that nice new big Fiddler's Grove gate that's kind of across from Dollar General. So there's not going to be any entrances going into the expo gate that runs up to the expo center. You're going to continue on and go in that nice, brand new, big gate across from Dollar General.
Okay.
Yep.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, just come and experience it.
Yep. Just fall in line, pay attention to the message boards and the officers.
And after the first time, you'll be okay after that, I'm sure.
Yep.
But it's all done to expedite egress. What's the other word? Anyway,
ingress, egress. Yep.
We have got another guest we want to talk with in a moment here, but anything else to kind of close it out for you two, Zach Patton and Zach Green?
I'd like to just go ahead and say our officers are working hard and diligently to get you guys into the fair as safely and as efficiently as possible. It's not going to look like it from your car when you're sitting in traffic for 30, 45 minutes, as happens every year. Give us some grace. We're trying our hardest. We're going to be as friendly as possible. But sometimes when we're talking about that million mark, we're going to have some traffic.
Yeah. The fair has grown faster than our roadways have, so that's a good thing to remember when you're sitting in traffic.
All right. Well, thank you all for being with us. We'll see you again next month, and I appreciate your visit every time. Zach Patton, Zach Green, Public Information Officers with the Lebanon Police Department. We're about 22 and a half after the hour, and I do want to introduce David Grimm with the Reithofer Shows. Dave, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. It's just great to be here.
Well, it's nice to have you again, and you have a limited schedule. You come and go. You don't stay for the whole fair, but you represent the carnival, and a wonderful carnival, a wonderful company, and you've been here and talked about it before, and here to tell us a little bit more this year. But good to see you. Hope you've had a good year.
It's good to see you, and I really appreciated listening to the policemen talk about the security and the traffic control for the fair. It sounds like they're really on top of things, and I've gone through this myself before when I was a fair manager at a couple of different fairs up north, and I tell you, these guys just do a great job. And you may have to wait a little bit here and there, but any big event that takes place in America now, that happens.
And then their job really is pretty much a thankless job. to.
That's right.
I mean, anybody coming there, they're worried about how quick they're going to get into the fair or how quick they can get out and go home if it's time to go. And these guys spend a lot of time out there and are very diligent to keep traffic moving and do their best. And then even then, sometimes they kind of get hollered at, and that's not good.
Yeah, just a patience always is a good thing to have when you're going to a really big event.
Well, Reithofer Shows is one of the great ones in America. How long have you been affiliated with them?
I've been with them about 10 years.
Yeah.
They were my carnival of record when I happened to manage a large fair up near Burlington, Vermont, the Champlain Valley Exposition. That's how I got to know of them. They're now the oldest mobile amusement company in America at 129 years. They're in their 6th generation of family. And they have a lot of new family coming along that are young as mom and dad on both of the units move as they get older. We've got some good kids out there that are taking over and just doing a great job.
Well, what new do you have for the fair?
Well, I'll tell you, Rick Reithofer has gone all out. It's unbelievable what he has new. We've got 7 new rides coming into the fair this year. And, of course, the Sky Ride is getting a lot of attention, and this is a really big deal. That's $1 million investment to build that Sky Ride. It was actually built in Chattanooga. A lot of the big towers were all welded up and everything there. And so it's just great. We've been down there this morning taking some rides on it. It's just been terrific. And it's about 1,100 feet long, and you can pick it up at the Green Gate. I'm not sure what number that is, but that'll come in off the parking lot. So if you're parking in the big parking lot, that's the first thing you'll see when you come in, and it may be the first ride that you want to take. And what really makes it great, it's good for people of all ages, young and old. You and I could go on this, Coleman.
I did go on it.
We're not going to get on one of these thrill rides that's going to spin us at 6 Gs and 15 different ways upside down.
You got that right.
Anyway, that's the big one getting a lot of attention. Then the other new one that Rick has purchased is called the Lightning Rod. It's a very simple lightning ride. I'm sorry. But it could be a lightning rod, I guess. But it's 131 feet in the air, holds 4 people at each end, and this thing will go around like a big windmill, and plenty of thrills for the customers. They just took delivery on this. It's an Italian ride, a beautiful ride, extremely well built, and it'll be a lot of fun at the fair.
Well, is this first time you've had it, or you had it all season, or
no? I think this is the first time they've set it up. It came in on the boat from Italy not any more than about a month ago. So this is a really special.
So a first for the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee.
It is. So a lot of new stuff going on here at the fair. This is you have just a fabulous fair here. I call it the fastest growing fair in America. Wasn't too many years ago that it was 350 and 400,000 people. Then a couple of years ago, they jumped up quickly to about 600,000. And with good weather this year, it could certainly make a record, no question about it. But it's a wonderful fair. We're really impressed with the programming of the fair. The leadership of the fair is doing a great job of coming up with new things. They're looking at other fairs around the country and what are they doing. Randall Clemens, the president of the board, and Helen McPeak, the CEO, are really involved in taking a look at what's happening in other places and what can we do to make our fair even better. So they are really on top of things and just doing a terrific job. The people of Tennessee can be very happy for the quality of the fair they have in the state.
There's special ride offers, and there's
we do.
I'd say some flyers out on that. And it's hard to remember all that. That's why you probably need to.
That's why I have to have it all printed, because we've got so many specials, so many deals. So the big things that people always ask about are ride bracelets or wristbands. And so Monday through Thursday, those wristbands, when you come to the fair, will be $25, all right? And on Sundays and Fridays, they'll be $30, all right? Those are a heck of a deal. I'm telling you, that's a very reasonable price compared to other fairs that I've seen. But we're not going to sell wristbands on Saturdays because we've got so many people coming into the grounds that people that might want to buy a wristband that day, they wouldn't be able to get on very many rides for the price of the wristband that they would pay. And we want them to ride as much as possible. So you can buy individual ride tickets for Saturday. We've got this new electronic kiosk. This is now the third year that we've had that here. Touch tone screens. It takes cash, takes credit cards. It spits out your tickets, spits out the wristbands, does everything. It's really good. We've got people there to help you if you have a little trouble with electronic technology.
Okay, and that is different. It's employed this year, I believe, on Saturday only.
On Saturday only. You can't come up and just buy a wristband.
Right.
You can buy individual tickets, or if you've already bought a mega ticket, that is good on Saturday. A lot of people buy those mega tickets, which is a heck of a deal.
Okay.
So there is a special price for the Sky Ride and also the Euro Slide. Those are not included in any wristband or a ticket package. But it's a really good deal. Those pricing that I'm telling you about is actually a very good pricing for a fair of this size.
Right. We've about end of our time here. Kind of close it out for us. It's always good to see you, and great to have Right Hartford shows here. Wonderful carnival, and I know on some of your publications it says safety is your main concern.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have the Tennessee State Inspectors will be here. They've been here the last couple of days. They'll inspect every ride. And then our own team of people inspect every ride each day as well. So that's the number one thing that we want is safe conditions for everybody, because that's our livelihood. That's what we do for a living, and we want to do it for the next 129 years.
Well, David Grimm, thanks for being with us today. We've enjoyed having you again.
Coleman, it's always a pleasure to be on your program.
That is part one of Coleman & Company. More coming up right here on FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Beats Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup to make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95, up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. It's gotten heavier in the last few minutes. 65 northbound. Trying to get up through that section of Williamson County down through Spring Hill, where it always gets crowded this time of the morning, coming out of Murray County into Williamson. Loading up right now through Antioch as that traffic builds in from Murfreesboro. It's starting to slow at times with that volume on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. It's still moving right now. I-40 through the Mount Juliet area. Expect delays out in Wilson County throughout the afternoon, especially with the fair going on. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car or truck, call STR Towing and Recovery. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
The refreshing cool after coming in from a hot summer day. The perfect temperature to kick off your shoes and relax with a good book. When the weather heats up, a new Rheem AC system will surround your family in total comfort. Are you feeling it? Rheem, the new degree of comfort.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
Rheem, the new degree of comfort.
Are you thinking about buying a new home? Let A.G. & Johnson assist you with your new home search. From the first-time home buyer to the empty nester, we are experienced in all facets of the home buying process. We will be with you every step of the way. No matter if you are buying, selling, downsizing, or upsizing, we can assist you with your real estate needs. Call us at 615-444-0909 or find us online at agandjohnson.com or Facebook A.G. & Johnson Realty. A.G. & Johnson is your community's trusted realty and auction company.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
We'll have partly cloudy skies for today. Scattered showers and storms possible. Highs around 90. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows around 70. And the partly cloudy for our Friday. Highs in the lower 90s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your severe view forecast, I'm Storm Specialist Drew Richards.
And good morning and welcome to part 2 of Coleman & Company. And we are still on Facebook, live on Facebook as well as 98.9 and AM 900 and 1490. And we welcome We welcome now Hayden White to talk about A.G. and Johnson Realty and Auction. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Coleman.
We're glad to see you as always. It's always good at this time each Thursday to have somebody here to talk about A.G. and Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main, where that phone number, I guess, has been the same all these years, 615-444-0909. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Coleman.
Well,
doing pretty good.
Today is, of course, the day the fair starts.
It is? It starts today? I didn't know.
Well, I think you're being a little facetious here, but
No.
You got anything going at the fair necessarily?
No. I heard you were entering the auctioneer competition this year, though, at the fairgrounds.
They have an auctioneer competition?
I think they do. Don't they, MJ? MJ says they do.
Well, and you know you can believe everything she said when she's kidding. Oh, well, what's going on? It is, I guess, if anybody's interested in buying or selling real estate, it doesn't matter if we got the fair out here, we'll still talk real estate.
That's right.
That's right. Still their office hours, even though you don't have an auction this weekend.
Yeah, and it's a pretty interesting market out there right now. We're closing on a home right now. I'm closing on a home today with a young couple. That's their first time buying a house, and I was able to do some little creative financing with them to figure out the best house for them. They had 2 daughters, and they're thinking about having another one, and they were trying to think about houses that would work for them right now. I said, well, that's okay, but you got to think a little bit further down the road. I mean, these girls, they're in middle school now. When they get into high school, they're going to want a little bit more space. They're going to want their own bathroom. There's a lot of things you got to think about. And they're like, why you got to be so right? I said, well, I'm just trying. So I just try to tell them, let's think ahead of the game a little bit here. So it took a little bit while to find that exact house that we needed, but I was able to get them $7,000 off the asking price, get them $10,000 in closing cost, and then we worked out another little deal in the home inspection where some things needed some attention, and we were able to give them some monies for that as well to take care of some things to get that house up to caliber for them.
Well, Hayden, we don't usually talk about that aspect of the realty business, but you do, no doubt, you do a lot of that as well as a lot of auctions. Auctions is kind of, when I think of A.G. and Johnson, I think more of auctions than I do the other part of the real estate business. But you've got a big team of people, and you do a lot of both, don't you?
Yeah, we do a lot of both. And being in the auction business, we get to walk into a lot of homes that have a lot of different characteristics, shapes, sizes, and smells maybe for a lighter term of things, but we see a lot. And when you walk into a room, you can kind of tell whether it's got a little wonky floor in it or something like that, and you look up and look at the trim work and see if it's settled a little bit. There just some different things that I've been able to pick up, from Jim, A.G. and Jay and Clay and all them throughout the years, and hopefully I can carry that on to some of the other agents with us right now currently, or the ones that might want to join us down the road.
Well, no doubt you love to do auctions, but what you talked about in your experience there, helping these people find what they needed and even making a recommendation that maybe they were wanting to put on the back burner, you probably did them a big favor.
I like to think so. I want them to be happy at the end of the day, because that's the place they get to call home.
Yeah. And you're able to do this, you and the team at A.G. and Johnson, for anybody, whether it's auction or whether you sell the other way.
That's right. We do have an auction that we have got going on right now. It's going to be an on-site live auction, August 30th. We're selling 2 prime commercial building lots off of Wynwood Drive. Mm-hmm. That's going to be August the 30th at 10 a.m. Get on Facebook, get on online website, check it out. We've got our flyer already posted out there. We've got some very nice commercial lots that very seldom come available.
All right, well, keep all that in mind, and you or somebody be back next week. We'll remind you of that and
that's right. Before I go, Coleman,
yes.
We do have some other announcements. We like to say that L.P. Moore, he had a birthday this week. We want to tell him happy birthday.
Also known as Lynott.
Oh, yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Lynott. And then we've also Chase Gilly is having a birthday this weekend. We're going to have to tell him happy birthday. And if there's anybody else out there that I missed, I'm sorry, but happy birthday. And Coleman, we hope you do really good in this auctioneering competition this weekend. We're really looking forward to it. I've been training you up a little bit, but maybe this year you might not get the blue ribbon, but hey, you'll get that participation trophy
with
for sure.
Friends like you, who needs enemies? Thank you.
All right, we'll see.
Hayden White with A.G. Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main, 615-444-0909. 21 and a half minutes away from 8 o'clock here. I want to remind you, before I introduce my guest here, that the Wilson County Tennessee State Fair gets underway this afternoon for its 10-day run, and WANT FM 98.9 will be broadcasting live from the fair on 5 different days. Today, WANT's morning show host, MJ, will be broadcasting live from 4 to 6 p.m. at the WCOR building in Fiddler's Grove. Be sure and stop by if you're at the fair. The gates open today at 3 p.m. All right, with that, let me introduce Mr. Robert White, who is my guest this morning from Middle Tennessee Electric. We're going to be talking to him about an important event that happens once a year. It's an annual membership meeting. Middle Tennessee Electric's been known for this a long, long time, since I was a little boy, and I don't know if it started in the very beginning, but probably not too long after Middle Tennessee Electric started, somewhere in the mid to late 1930s. Robert, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Coleman. Thank you for having me.
Well, nice to have you again. You were here last year, maybe the year before.
That's correct.
Somewhat of a spokesman for Middle Tennessee Electric. And did you come over from Murfreesboro this morning?
I came over from Murfreesboro. It's a pleasure. We thank you for allowing us this opportunity to talk about what is very, very fundamental to who we are at Middle Tennessee Electric.
Well, the big thing we want to talk about is your annual meeting coming up this Saturday. And everything changes over the years. Now,
Yes.
if I can go back a little bit. My father worked at Middle Tennessee Electric back in he started there in 1940 actually, and worked till he had to. They had mandatory retirement. When you got 65, you had to retire at the end of the month in which you turned 65. He was born in 1909, so you can figure the math. I forget what year it was, the 70s, I think. But anyway. They had the annual membership meeting, which was usually held in downtown Murfreesboro, somewhere close to the office over there, and thousands of people would come to that. In fact, they had a big gym, I believe, where it was. I used to go with him to that. He was sort of like an usher and would hand out brochures and greet people, and I would stand around and watch and all of this. And but it was interesting to see how it was all done, and it was a time to conduct business. And Mr. McMaster was the general manager at that time. W.W. McMaster, remember that? And then Fred Key came along later on. And but that was just a happening, and a lot of people from Wilson County and all the other counties served by Middle Tennessee Electric would come and participate and have a free meal usually. And then it's all changed. We're still doing it. We're not doing it the same way.
That's correct. You're right. This is my 10th year at Middle Tennessee Electric. And part of my role as VP of Community Relations and Member Services is to be the project coordinator for the annual meeting. So our CEO, Chris Jones, told me when I joined Middle Tennessee Electric, Robert, this is very important to who we are. And so we do. We have this annual meeting. So when I first came, it was still in person. But in 2020, when the pandemic hit, of course, things changed all over this country. And so at that time, we decided to go virtual, and has gone virtual since then. So this is my 10th annual meeting, and 6 of those have been virtual. It's hard to believe that it's been that many times, but yes.
Well, people have adapted to this, no doubt, or you wouldn't continue to do it.
Right.
You have a way of knowing how many people are logged on and are really a part of the meeting, right?
That's correct. Our meeting, if you go to our website, mte.com, or go to our YouTube channel, which is Middle Tennessee Electric, and you can join the annual meeting, which will be on this coming Saturday. It begins at 2 p.m. And just we've listened to our members over the years, and what they've told us is that we will tune in, but please don't have it as early in the morning, and please don't take a long time. And so we start at 2, and we're finished by 3 p.m.
An hour? You're doing all that needs to be done in 1 hour.
We're doing all that needs to be done in 1 hour. We start out with this wonderful video. One of the requirements by our bylaws is that we have this annual membership meeting. And part of that bylaw requirement is that the CEO and the chair of the board must give an update as to the state of your co-op. And there's also a business session, as you alluded to previously, and we have the business session. We also have door prizes, and we're going to do all of that we used to do in person. We do it now in an hour in a virtual setting.
What I'm sure you would know this, that the reaction, evidently it's really been positive, and you have listened to those wanting it to be in a shorter period of time.
Yes. One of the things that we're always looking to do is making sure that we get all of our members to participate. And when I came on board and we had it in person, we always got our older members who would come out Saturday morning because it was part of that tradition that you just described when your dad worked there. And over the years, things changed. Now, now our the biggest part of our demographics is changing. It's now becoming the millennials and the Gen Zs, and they grew up in a different environment. It's more virtual. It's YouTube, it's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's TikTok. And so you have to learn how to communicate in a way that reaches your members as they continue to evolve.
Well, no doubt you have adapted to some of this yourself.
Yes.
We need to take a break here in about a minute, but so it's going to be about an hour long from 2 to 3 this Saturday. And what's the easiest way to be a part of this?
The easiest way is to go to our website, mte.com, or go to our YouTube channel. But we're really looking forward to, and we want folks to know that part of this democratic process of being a co-op is that we also have elections for board of directors and for our nominating committee. So we want them to come out and participate. They can still come and vote through Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at any one of our offices. We have a contested election here in Wilson County, as a matter of fact.
Okay, and quickly here, the election itself is an ongoing thing for a period of time here prior to the meeting.
That's correct.
You don't have the election at the meeting.
That's correct. We actually started allowing members to vote last Saturday. They can continue to vote this week. They can vote today from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at any one of our locations, including here in Wilson County. We have 2 locations, and they can continue to vote through Saturday morning. We'll open up at 7 a.m. They can vote through 10 a.m., and we hope that they will take advantage of the opportunity to elect directors and the nominating committee.
And how do you vote again?
You just go to any one of our offices, and we'll get you registered, and you can vote.
And 2 locations here in the county.
2 locations here in Wilson.
Even if you're in Wilson County, if you happen to be in Murfreesboro, you can go there.
You sure can, and you can vote at large. You can go for any of the board members.
Okay, but only vote one time.
Only vote one time.
Well, that brings up something. Let's say you, the husband and wife, can they both vote? You got one meter on your house, but who can vote?
Well, either or. We have joint memberships, and so if my account is in the name of my wife, however, since it's a joint membership, I can go vote, but I will represent one vote for that account.
All right. Robert White is my guest from Middle Tennessee Electric. A break right here, and more coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. There's an accident right now slowing down traffic right to come out of the Donaldson area. It's 40 westbound, just past Spence Lane near that M Hill Pike overpass. It's a bad place to have a wreck this time of the morning because the volume is so heavy in that area coming in from Donaldson there on 40 westbound at M Hill Pike overpass. As traffic starts to load up with more volume, 65 through Brentwood, Franklin coming up to Williamson County, 24 is on the increase westbound. Up by Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway, all that traffic flowing in from Rutherford County. Hey, when you need dependable towing, call STR Towing and Recovery. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
Middle Tennessee Electric has been a proud participant and sponsor of the Wilson County Fair for decades. communities. MTE is the largest electric cooperative in the TVA region and serves more than 750,000 Tennesseans in 11 counties. August 20th is MTE Day at the fair. Middle Tennessee Electric will have numerous booths and demonstrations. Look for MTE's electric griddle trailer for free grilled cheese sandwiches, live hotline safety demonstrations, and get free ice cream from Shop Springs Creamery at MTE's Energy Hub trailer.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. Our final segment here for a Thursday morning. If you joined us late, Robert White is here. Robert is from Middle Tennessee. Well, you live in Murfreesboro, Rutherford County?
I live in Murfreesboro.
So it is correct to say you're from Rutherford County, from Murfreesboro, but came over here this morning to talk about the annual membership meeting. I think we still call it that.
That's correct.
But so we've talked about the changes that have been made for Middle Tennessee Electric, an hour virtual meeting. You don't vote for the meeting. You find out what's going on at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. If you get online, you go vote at any of the offices, and there are two here in Wilson County through 10 o'clock Saturday morning, I believe.
That's correct.
We were talking about that as we went to the break here. You have two people in Wilson County who are vying for one seat. You want to tell us who they are?
Sure, yes. They represent District 4A, and the current director is Vanessa Hickman. She's been challenged by Mr. Ian Isbell. And so we hope that not only folks in Wilson County will participate in voting for that position, but what is so great about Middle Tennessee Electric and our bylaws allow members to vote at large, meaning if I live in Murfreesboro, I can still vote for this seat. Now, if someone wants to run for a seat, you have to live in that district. So both of these candidates live in this district. But as a member, you can vote for anyone in any district, and we're hoping that folks will get out. And we've had a pretty brisk line of folks showing up so far this week. We started allowing folks to vote last Saturday. We actually added a day, and they can vote through this Saturday at 10 a.m.
And so if you haven't, you still have time, and
Yes.
it's really easy. It doesn't take long. Really, all it is selecting between those two people you mentioned here to see which one's going to represent this area. Now, there are some others on the ballot that
Yes.
you can also vote for, right?
Yes, there sure is. As a matter of fact, we had two of our board members who decided not to run for re-election. Longtime board members, Ms. Gloria Osteen and Mr. Mike Woods, who have been on our board for decades. They decided not to run, so we will have two new board members for sure in those two areas, in those districts. And then depending on what happens in this district, that could be the same.
And those who are on your board, it's, I mean, I can remember several from my area who have served over the years. There's a little time and effort that goes into being a board member of Middle Tennessee.
No doubt.
You have board meetings periodically, and they're the people who really steer the ship, so to speak.
That is correct. That is what is so great about the opportunity that this offers for those who are willing to serve. Because our members put their trust in these directors' hands, and they trust that they will operate that co-op on behalf of the members. We now are the second largest co-op in the country. We have over 340,000 meters and over close to 200,000 members. And so these directors have a huge responsibility to represent all members of the co-op, and they do a great job.
Middle Tennessee Electric buys its electricity from the TVA.
That's correct.
I guess nearly all of it. I don't know what percentage, but it isn't an overwhelming amount of it from TVA.
That's correct.
And whatever TVA charges for the electricity is kind of passed on to the consumer, depending on some other circumstances. But we do have good rates, have all these years. People need to know a little bit about history sometimes when you think about if you can imagine a rural area not having any electricity.
Right.
And that's the way it was in the Depression years of the 1930s. Electricity didn't come to the rural area till at least after 1935, 36. That's about when it started, and part of the New Deal of President Roosevelt, who got that going really. And of course, at that time, a lot of it was generated by the hydroelectric dams, which a lot of them were built, and we read a lot about, especially in East Tennessee.
That's exactly right.
Ones. The whole history here to me is very interesting. How all this, but what this did, I mean. And I'm 85 years old. I can remember we always had electricity, but part of it was just a light hanging from a string in the line in the roof of the bedroom maybe. And I remember when we got our first electric stove about the time World War II ended. I mean, we've come so far with what electricity does, but it started pretty primitive. And so was Middle Tennessee Electric, and the way we got all of this. But it's a great story.
Oh, it is. It's tremendous. I always tell folks it has to. People must consider it to be probably the most innovative, most pivotal invention ever for the growth of economic powers. When you think about what electricity has provided, and you think about the region, and I think when I started in this industry 41 years ago, it has changed so much. The demands that our consumers have for electricity has just multiplied in so many different ways, and we take it for granted, and I'm glad, because we want to be that reliable where folks just think it's just the regular thing for power to be so reliable.
Yeah, and even the way electricity is produced has changed so much. The water over the dam thing is maybe a little of it, but not a fairly small percentage now.
Yes, very, very small percentage. I think nowadays it's the biggest portfolio as far as generation resources is probably natural gas. I remember a day when coal was about 50%, 60% of the generation mix. Now it's down to about 25%. It's totally changed over the last several decades.
Well, we could talk all day about all this and what electricity has meant, but and then we can get into the TVA thing, which government operates, or private enterprise, and there's been an argument there all my life, pretty much. But when you had the Depression, is what this came out of, right? There people couldn't afford a big utility bill. They couldn't afford hardly anything.
Exactly.
But electricity helped change that, no doubt. And low-cost electricity, which was made possible with the government's help through TVA for areas like the Tennessee Valley, which includes Tennessee and Alabama, I guess Kentucky, whatever.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. And that's why we love this annual meeting, because it's just a reminder of where we came from, and we should never forget, and what it now has done for so many members.
Well, Robert White, let me say one other thing. You are going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about the Middle Tennessee Electric Day at the Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair. But just to mention that this morning, which day is that?
That is next Tuesday, and so we're looking forward to that.
And starts at what, 4 o'clock?
It starts at 4 p.m. It goes through the evening, and we hope that we generate congestion in the ice cream lines as we did last year. But our members should check out the magazine. If not, come on out. We have lots of folks at the fair representing so many different areas that we'll make sure that you get one of those coupons and get some free ice cream.
Yeah, right. Well, great. Well, back again to your annual meeting. We've talked about the changes. We talked about maybe one of the biggest things to me is the fact that what used to take pretty much all day from the time you left home, go to Murfreesboro and come back, it was pretty much an all-day thing. Now you're doing this in 1 hour.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, what we do want to let our members know, we still do lots of community events so that they will have access, because some of the pushback was, we enjoy coming to see our CEO. We enjoy coming to see our board of directors. We enjoy seeing those who work at that meeting and spending 4 hours getting updates. So we still do that. We just do it differently. We have several community events in every county we serve. And what we do, we get directors out there. We get our CEO there at different events. And so members still have access to those that they trust. And so we don't want members to think all of a sudden they've changed. They don't never get out. We will continue to get out into the community.
Well, there is an important election here. And
yes.
The election, again, is not part of the meeting Saturday between 2 and 3. The election is going on right now through 10 a.m. Saturday morning at any of the Middle Tennessee Electric offices in the whole area of, let's see, how many of them I named? Wilson, Rutherford, Williamson, Cannon.
I think you've got them. You've got them all. The Williamson, Rutherford, Cannon, and Wilson.
All right.
And the election results will be shared during the annual meeting.
Okay. Well, yeah, I meant to ask you that a while ago. I was wondering. You will know.
So that's when they find out that day. As a matter of fact, I won't even know. When the election finishes on Saturday morning at 10, the results will not be shared with anyone until they present it to the members during the meeting at 2 p.m.
Well, I knew that Middle Tennessee Electric was one of the largest entities of its kind in the country, and I was thinking fourth or fifth, and you told us already this one is second largest in the whole USA.
In the whole USA, and as far as sales, we were first a couple years ago. Someone just edged us because they have a lot of data centers, but we are still the second largest in sales as well.
And Chris Jones is still
he's the CEO.
CEO. We used to have him over here quite often. He hasn't been around as much here lately. I do know that he comes to the fair.
Yes, he does.
I see him at the fair every year, and no doubt he'll make it. You anticipate him being there next week?
Yes, he will. He always enjoys coming to the fair. This is an event that we're very proud to sponsor. It's one of our major sponsor events that we do every year. We're just so proud of what Wilson County does with their fair, and it's so reputable.
Well, Robert, we're now in our last minute. I want to thank you for being with us this morning. You've done a great job, and together here, kind of telling the story of Middle Tennessee Electric as well as what the annual meeting is all about. And to wrap it up one more time, it is this Saturday from 2 to 3, and the easiest way to log on
is to go to mte.com or go to our YouTube channel. We will begin right at 2 p.m. We will be finished probably right before 3 p.m. So we hope that if you can't check it out live, you'll be able to get access to it throughout the whole weekend.
And you will find out, if you stay tuned there, who is elected, not
That's
only
correct.
for Wilson County, where we have a contested election, but the others who will be representing Middle Tennessee Electric on the board.
That's correct.
Well, thanks for being with us. We'll see you again
See you in the morning.
All right. Robert White with Middle Tennessee Electric, and that's it for Thursday. And until tomorrow, I wish you a terrific day.